presenters for our next session today. This is the room that's focused on AI, so there's going to be a lot of AI conversations today. We will be joined by Dr. Rawal from Grambling State University, as well as Dr. Grady from North Carolina Central University to speak about integrating AI considerations into CI domains. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with Dr. Rawal. He'll be joining us virtually. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny, and welcome all, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity to speak with you. And today I'm going to take very serious class. So everybody is up to date with AI and quantum. I'm just kidding. Okay, so please relax, and I'll walk very low level. So myself, as said, I'm the Bharat Rawal. I work at Grambling State University. I'm the professors and department head of computer science, digital technology. We have three different cybersecurity, cloud, and computer science, these three departments. So let me share my screens. Right now, look like from 2022, once Gen AI, ChatGPT get popular and more audience, we could say academia, industry, government, everybody's interested into the AI applications and mainly the generative AI. So I'll walk a little bit. So myself, Bharat Rawal, and I'll assuming very freshman student in computer science. I hope I may be not too much boring, but I try to take as simple as possible. But overall goal of this presentation is, I want to speak to key important thing. One is the privacy. How when we use AI, we are sharing our data, right? And how you can protect your data. So, and another problem with quantum, rise of quantum, and so all the protection mechanism we are using currently at stake. And so try to bridge intersections of quantum and AI, and little bit talk about the solutions and future scope of these two. So my research expertise is I am the cybersecurity experts. A lot of things I try to cover in the considering cyber privacy security aspects of every applications. So generally this AI right, ChatGPT is nothing but a better versions of your Google, right? So that's what everybody we use. So in general, when we refer this Gen AI, right? So it's kind of it's generative AI. What is the difference between we have been using this AI for quite a long period of time. Everybody, many of them starting from robotics and all. So what this ChatGPT came, what biggest difference this ChatGPT make that it can generate very nice way, very organized, very professional way, right? So it's not giving you, one chat, you chat with auto chat systems. So this generative, it generate new knowledge and new information. So most of Gen AI is kind of, very simple applications, Alexa, Siri, all those capable of generating information, right? So those devices where we use generative AI. So I try to little bit talk little bit the aspects of what generative AI, how we came to up to this scale, up to this speed, right? So normally, all these Gen AI, large language model or natural language processing, key thing is all the natural language processing. I just said Siri, Alexa, all those devices which we are using very frequently for so many things. Your car, your GPS, right? So they understand and interpret your language. So Gen AI, not only the language, but it does like many other, applications. Right? So mainly these are like three key technology behind this development of Gen AIs. One is neural networks. It's kind of similar to how our brain works, how the brain, different neurons are interconnected. And this is deep learning is kind of having the dense, exactly kind of neurons connected to deeper level. And I said natural language processing, like example, we are using Alexa, Siri, all those, right? So understanding how we speak, what we speak, even if you write or type incorrect, NLP will understand correctly, right? So those abilities were not there before, back not long ago. I can tell you 5 to 10 years before. But now we have all those abilities. So those who are first, have never understood technical part of neural network. It's nothing but multiple layer of, structure organized such a way that you have input, and in between the layer we will call as a black box, I would say. So there's a lot of activity happen inside the layer, and you get output. So if the layer with the neural network is kind of NLP neural network, normally we focus within limited layers. But if you want to do deep and more aggressive and a lot of information, then we normally focus on a deep neural network, where you can see the condense or many layer. And still how inside the layer work, trust me, like when we start creating this AI model, I'm telling you, none of the company exactly can tell how their model is now working. At the beginning, they're sure that how their model were working, but when it goes to this multiple layer, now how they interact and how they are performing, it's getting complex and more network involved, and it's beyond human understanding. Even though we created this model, different algorithms, but when it become complexity, so this is the current state of all the AI tools. Like that's the reason many of us are concerned. Okay, so if we don't understand how we are going to put the guardrail, right? So this is one concern point we will talk. Okay, so this is, as I said, I'm walking through, and we'll talk a little bit in depth and technical in later part, but at least those who first time or they, try to understand and want to make their hands dirty on AI. So how this work technically, a lot of data you train. So I'm giving you an example, like I used to drive a car, and we have like a voice recognition system in that car, and when you want to give instruction, so that's a lot of steps, and final step was instruction of that car was, before it fully operate on voice recognition, it say confirm. I need to say all the steps, and at the end I need to tell them, say confirm. And every time I say confirm, the Toyota car, their voice recognition system, cancel it. Every time I say confirm, I said, no, don't cancel. It take half an hour, like to go through all the steps, and it say cancel. And it was the reason because these are trained in very limited kind of voice recognitions. And now these large language models are playing the roles. So whatever accent, whatever way you talk, they can understand very clearly, very nicely. So what is the behind those, learning this large data set and understanding? And this model, this Gen AI model, mainly like key ingredients are, one is we call generative adversarial network, where it generates informations, and other is variational auto coders. It try to, interpret whether it's a generated, or it's a, original, or it's, fake information or fake data, image, whatever we use. So always they try to, like, one generator will create some, fake informations, and decoder need to interpret, you need to discriminator need to tell that, okay, this is fake. So this is always like zero sum game. One try to fool other, another catch them, and okay, peekaboo, right? So this is way more and more now is not nowadays is multi-layer, like multi different different AI models work together, and which strengthen and improve the quality or the accuracy level. Is kind of more on prediction side. So other side is two. Let me go back. If I'm rushing too fast, please stop me. Okay. So one is the GAN side, where we call generative side, and there is kind of variational auto encoder side. So what in this case is this, it take like complex data and the representation and try to simplify in very simple way, but keeping this key information, keeping key parameters, so at least you can understand. And again, that is a part of decoder will put back into the latent representations. So this is like to and try to each component and how each part works. So try to make it as simple as possible. But I will take your questions. If you have many questions, I will answer at the end. So having different mechanism and having the mechanism improving, so bringing some kind of the loss functions, so getting the better accuracy point mainly in this area. So the main my talk is about privacy, right? So most of us, when we use ChatGPT, right, or any AI GPTs you are using. So normally whatever you put, everything, your data, your question, everything goes to the server, main server, right? So it was somehow this all bigger developer, they come up with better versions to try to prevent privacy, but still security is one of the challenge. Okay? So they also try to do themselves, putting some guardrail and all. So what is the problem with? So if you are using voice recognitions or texting, right? Definitely it goes. And sometimes if you are using AI tools on your cell phone or in devices where you have to use your fingerprint or whatever area you are swiping, right? It can interpret. It can So sometimes it can take your biometric information. It goes with that information. Whatever the question you ask, whatever you do, any document you try to ask, from them to check, verify, do some error check, or right. So it is everything is there. Everything goes with them. Okay. So this is the concern right now, right? So how much your information you want to leak, how much your privacy, how much when you log into the system, right? Even in order to use many, without logging also you can use, but when you want to go a little deeper after certain point of time, they time out. They say, okay, you have to log in. And definitely you share your information, right? Your credentials are gone. And on top of that, right? So So the old versions of AI, all the AI, where that all the data they collect and put into the one server and one repository I could call, and that repository train like, and more data they get from around the globe, and they put data keep increasing, and they keep training and training a model and getting better and better, like it's more and more accuracy based on more data, more training. So many AI right now, like all these, why they are offer free version, right? What you are paying, why they give you free, okay? Okay, so either they take money, the licensing fee, or they take your data, right? So it's kind of uh, some way we are compensating them, some way we are making enrich with our information, our data, your licensing fee, right? So one area I just explain you, the problem can be with privacy, but now I'm talking about how they secure your information. I say they put the guardrail already, like this is good. All big corporations, those are in US based or Europe based. Those their AI models or AI, Chat GPT, Gemini, or whatever you use. All they have some kind of guardrail, and that guardrail is come from the math model, the encryption model they use. It's known as proxy re-encryption, and many times these proxy re-encryptions or homomorphic encryption method based on proxy re-encryption. And still there's encryption cryptography they use. So these are protecting now. This cryptography, all whatever right now is still working. It's not gone out of control. But as the AI model, the hackers, and all the people with ill intentions, they are much ahead of in the game, right? So they can use AI tool and find out what encryption he used, and they can decrypt it. So also it's very simple. Those are computer science background, those people. So very simple. This prompt engineering is as deadliest as cross-site scripting, right? So cross-site scripting is very popular cybersecurity, tool that hacker can use to steal your data from your database, right? So instead of when you log into system, you normally put your user ID and password. So very nicely scripted, small script, small program. Instead of putting your password, they put that script, and that will blow up the whole database. And they may do, what it does is unpredictable access. Now, like many database, they try to protect from cross-site scripting, but they come up with newer and newer new technology, which not known. So if something is not known, you may not able to protect them. All right. So same way, the prompt engineering, you find very nicely produced prompt can take all the data, can mislead your AI model and generate some fake data. Okay, they can do damage. So these are the concern, and with help of quantum, I'll talk a little bit later how quantum will affect this one, right? So these are common. I just said in the prompt engineering, manipulating your using cross-site scripting, similar prompt engineering, and can manipulate your output and give you a wrong information. They can spread if you're once your model is trained on wrong information, your result, the trained model will do wrong things. And so this is the major concern. And many of we refer as adversarial attack. The can be very harmful. Right. So what is the guardrail right now? The guardrail, I said previous model was that every data you do every chat you use, every time you connect with the server, you're giving all your information and it's put on the server. But now with new, the technology, new models, and more AI trusted company are using a federated learning model. Federated learning model means you don't send your data, you don't send your information. Only thing encrypted, or the trained model, some trained residual information from your computer or from local server to goes to their central server. So your informations are not not shared. How this happen? Okay, how can it this without encrypting? How can my AI know how to train, right? So training AI is simple. For example, I'm saying when we train, for example, in the beginning, just identifying different image, right? We put, like, let's say I put 100 of images, and some images are cat and dog. And what I have to do is I have to label, okay, how many cats, how many dogs. And when we give to AI and it will understand, then now I give some image which is not there, and this AI will identify, okay, based on what you learn, which one are cat, which one are dog. So it will try to interpret and discriminate, right? It will tell you, okay, this is the cat you're talking, right? So
We are at time for your part of the presentation, but we will be able to circle back for some questions for you from the audience, if that is okay with you.
You're welcome.
For Dr. Rawal.
Thank you.
And as I said, we'll circle back to some questions for you, but I wanted to give Dr. Day Grady from North Carolina Central, the opportunity to present on her case study as well. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Professor Rawal, that was really great introduction to artificial intelligence and generative AI. And what I'm going to be sharing with you all today is the work that I'm able to do at North Carolina Central University that I'm really proud to share with you. We have an AI institute that is called the Institute for Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Research, and I proudly stand as the founding director of that institute. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry. There we go. So this is essentially what I'll be going over, but time is limited, so I won't talk for too long, but I'll give you just enough where hopefully you'll want to learn more, and there'll be opportunities, hopefully, that we can work together in the future, because that's how we get to where we want to go, is when we work together collaboratively. So without even talking about myself too much, what I want you to know about me today is that I'm extremely passionate about minority serving institutions, HBCUs in particular. I'm a 3-time HBCU graduate. I happen to graduate also from North Carolina Central University, and I'm proud to be at the helm leading this AI Institute on that campus. I'm also a graduate of Winston-Salem State University and North Carolina A&T State University as well. And I make it my mission, my personal mission, to make sure that I reach back and pull others along the way. Because like so many of us know, I had a great conversation this morning at breakfast, but the digital divide is still very real. People still don't have access to technologies, the internet, the tools, and we truly do sit in a place of privilege with the work that we're doing. This is going to be the building for our AI Institute. Yes, we like new buildings. So it is not yet complete yet, but it's about a 5,000 square foot building on our campus, and we're very excited for the opportunity to have this institute housed in this building, and so there will be more to come on that, but we're extremely excited about that. I'm leaving some information out about the institute because I'm going to get there in just one moment. Let me go back. But this institute is special. This is the first of its kind at an HBCU, which positions North Carolina Central University as a national leader. And so I'm excited as I continue on to tell you about a little bit about the work that I've been doing as of January this year. It's May. Keep that in perspective. And we got this funding to start this institute from Google in December of last year to do this work. So at our institute, we have a singular mission, which is to serve our community, campus community, actually our community that's around us as well, and we want to empower everyone for social good. And NCCU has the privilege of being a beacon in the community and serving so many around them. The vision for our institute is we want to build AI talent pipelines. Like so many of us, we work at these institutions, but we know the students are the heartbeat of every institution, but we want them to go out and be successful. That is the true marker, right? We don't want students to come to school, get a degree, and not be gainfully employed. Also, creating those AI career pathways and collaborating on interdisciplinary research as well. The work of this AI Institute began from my own research that I do as a faculty member. And when they first asked me to write a grant for Google, I was nervous. But I'm glad I stepped out. I'm being honest, I was nervous, but I stepped out there anyway and gave it my best shot, and it paid off. The work of this grant is to empower students. It's to impact 200 students over the course of 2 years, and that can be in various ways, such as curriculum, workshops, seminars, mentorship, internships. But I can't impact the students without impacting the faculty, without impacting the staff as well. So I consider myself an evangelist these days. On NCCU's campus, I'm known for saying AI is for everyone, and it is. It's not perfect, right? Nothing is perfect, but it is an opportunity for us to prepare our students to be national and global leaders. We have some key focus areas, which is ethical AI and policy, AI for social good, and also AI in the workforce development. When thinking about our institution and what we do well, in writing the grant, I took a look at some of the great areas that were already on campus doing work that I thought would integrate very well with what we're already doing. We have a law school that has a technology and law policy center doing exceptional work. You probably don't hear much of that type of thing with law schools, but we're doing that at North Carolina Central. My research lab, which is named the Laboratory for Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Research, that's particularly housed in my school, in which I'm a faculty member. We have an AI assistive technologies program on our campus. We have a cybersecurity lab, and actually the person who runs that lab is actually giving a presentation same time right now, next door. We do data-driven AI for social good over in our School of Business, and then we have a great biomanufacturing and health sciences program as well on our campus. With all of that being said, I want to talk about the impact. Now, this slide is outdated. The impact, and let me back up a little bit. When I first started, I used to tell people I'm building a plane and flying it at the same time, because I am. I'm also a team of one. But I'm proud to say this slide, where you see 308 people impacted, that was back in March. I can tell you proudly that I've impacted over 500 people on my campus between January and May. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but it really is, because I interface with the entire campus. This AI Institute is not just for a computer science program, and we don't have a computer science program yet. This is for everyone, so keep in mind these are students that might be in the nursing program, English majors. This is everybody. But let's look at this slide from back in March, where you see 308 people. What I have found so interesting about the work that I'm doing is, look who I'm impacting the most: faculty and staff. I'll get back to that. Followed by students, and then community members. And what I'm proud of as far as community members is I have people from other institutions in the state driving to our events. Just want you to sit with that for one moment. I've been pondering on this faculty and staff piece, and we can talk about that later if you have questions, but I have some ideas on why that's my largest population that I'm impacting so far. Now, how have I been able to do, or what have I done this whole semester? I have been partnering with some of the best companies in the world. We launched the AI Institute in January. We had our first lunch and learn session with OpenAI. Came to our campus, did the digital literacy, and that's been one of my missions for this entire semester. I appreciate Professor Rawal, what he was sharing, because if people don't know how to use the technology or what's going on behind it, sometimes we make bad choices. And so AI literacy is so critical, not just for the students, but it is critical for faculty and staff. So we kicked it off with OpenAI. The folks who make ChatGPT, they were right there, and everyone got to hear from the people who developed this software. It was phenomenal. We've had IBM on our campus doing something similar, FICO, mostly all of these companies that you see on the screen. And the best part about this is I have the full support of my leadership. The chancellor and provost are on board. Beginning this fall on our campus, all freshmen will be required to take an AI course. This is how serious we are about the work that we're doing. Thank you. I appreciate that. There are some other partnerships on here that are missing, Amazon and a few others, but this is essentially what I've been doing. Lots of lunch and learns every month from these great companies, and also launching a seed grant funding opportunity for faculty so they can actually get their pilot research launched off the ground to hopefully apply for larger funding and do more work in this area. These are simply just some flyers from the events, but mostly what gives me great joy is the community. Seen from day one where maybe folks weren't sure about what actually was happening to now people know when the RSVP goes out, you better sign up quick if you want to get in the session. Building the plane and flying it at the same time. And as you can see over the course of some of these photos, I built what's called momentum. And I'm not done yet. That's the best part about this. The additional thing that I've been doing is doing a monthly newsletter. That's the QR code. And I invite you all to come along with NCCU on this journey. Reach out to me for partnership, collaboration, because one of the missions for this AI Institute is to be a leader and to assist other HBCUs and minority serving institutions. I want to thank each of you for your time, and I think we have time for questions now. Thank you.
Into the mics, especially if you have questions for Dr. Rawal, so he's able to hear via Zoom.
Florestina Payton Stewart from Xavier University of Louisiana, where I currently serve as a professor of chemistry as well as the associate provost. I want to thank both of the speakers for both of your informative sessions. To your point, I have several questions. That's why I brought my computer up, but I won't hold the mic. Okay. My first question is, you said all freshmen coming into the university have to take an AI course. Is that something that was added to their core curriculum? How did you get by? I understand that you had the support of administrators, but how did you get buy-in from the faculty? And how does this work with their first year?
That's a great question. So we've embedded it into the first year seminar course.
Okay.
And that's how we're able to do it. It's a module. So one of our partnerships, first of all, we have partnerships with IBM and also Amazon, but we have modules and curriculum from them. And the great thing about it is they get a digital badge from an industry recognized company such as these to put on their resume portfolio, and there's some additional things they get as freshmen completing this, such as access to internships with IBM, paid internships, by the way. So once they do it, it's going to lead to other opportunities. And the best part about all of it is sometimes people don't see themselves in this work. I'm sure many of us know people who say, tech, that's not for me. It is for all of us because technology touches everyone. So this is going to be a great opportunity for students who may not normally think that AI will be a course they could take, for them to learn something new. But it's in our first year university college course.
That's excellent as a module. And my second question is, I don't know if you can say this, beautiful future space for the Institute. How is that being funded? Is it by the university or by the partnerships that you form?
So it was already in progress before the AI Institute. It's just sort of like a repurpose type thing.
Okay. This is my last one, y'all.
Okay.
Just got to figure out which one I want to ask.
That's okay.
The seed grants from the faculty members, is that coming from your partnerships, or is that something that's university funded?
That's something that I included in the grant, the Google grant.
Okay. And is that grant something that Google is going to continuously offer to HBCUs, or it was a one-time thing?
I can't say for sure, but I think they're proud of the work that we're doing.
Okay. Thank you. I will be in touch.
No, okay, I look forward to it.
Thank you for your presentation. You had mentioned about interdisciplinary collaborations. Can you speak more about how that crosses over various colleges at the university?
Absolutely. So keep in mind, I just started in January, but those different units that I mentioned, I will be getting with them here shortly, and that's going to be a next part of what I'm going to be doing as far as getting the folks involved in AI research, in addition to those who will be funded from the seed grant opportunity.
I failed to mention, my name is Mount Allen. I'm from SF Jazz, and I would like to recommend that you include the arts in your reach out to the various organizations.
They are already on top of me, so I'm so serious. The best thing about this is that everyone has shown me that they want to be a part of the conversation, and the arts, the humanities is actually a critical component to, because I will say this as a computer scientist, computer scientists, people normally just develop systems. We don't always have the human in mind, which is why we need folks from all of the different areas to help us build systems that are more inclusive and think about all people. So I really appreciate that, and I'm already on top of that. Thank you for that feedback. Yes.
Hello. Good
Hi.
morning. I'm really excited.
Good morning.
So
Yay.
get me on that list,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
One of the questions, I am my first degree is mechanical engineering, so one of the things that I'm trying to get our institution, Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona, and we'd like to invite you down there so you can see a little bit of...
I would love the opportunity.
Yeah.
I've actually kind of been on a little North Carolina world tour, if you will, but yes,
There
I
you
would
go.
love that.
So one of the things that I'm trying to get at the university is that AI is not, it doesn't reside in computer science or computer engineering, that everybody, it's just like everybody can code kind of a thing, right?
Right.
And so I love your notion that it shouldn't reside in one particular unit or department or whatever, right? But one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, you cited the majority of the folks that you are touching are faculty and staff. In our case, it's the opposite, right? The students are ahead of us, in a sense. And so, but the real question is, how did you get other HBCUs to really come along with you, as opposed to just making a NCCU project?
Well, right,
Right,
now,
so-
now it's NCCU, but I have something coming
Okay.
for all HBCUs.
Right.
I don't have a date yet, but I am working with a big tech company, and we're going to do an AI conference. I'm going to invite all the HBCUs.
Include Bethune, please.
All HBCUs.
Right?
I would
Appreciate
love that.
it.
But let me say this. It's not that the students aren't ahead. These are just people who come to the events.
Okay, gotcha.
And I have some theories behind that, why I think that is. But yes.
Okay.
I appreciate your comments
Thank
very
you.
much.
And include me in your list.
I will. Okay, I'll talk to you afterwards, yes.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am Kerry Hickson. I am from Spelman College. I'm the director of cybersecurity there, from Atlanta, Georgia. Your program seems to have a very high level of maturity compared to where most of where I know my peers are. And at Spelman, right now, we're just developing use cases for the use of AI inside of the organization. So my question, I guess, is how long have you guys been at this, and what is your velocity as far as getting up to where you are now, as far as how you were moving?
So the AI Institute just started in January. I literally just launched January. I mean, we to be quite transparent with you, we have something called a university conference every semester before its semester starts with the faculty and staff. On January 7th, the chancellor announced me to the whole university that I was the director, and that was my official notice too. So as of January 7th this year to now, yeah, so, but keep in mind, I had a research lab with the same name, but it's called the Laboratory for Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Research, and that was in my school. So I've already been doing work in this area, but thank you for that. I didn't realize I sounded mature.
No,
I
but
appreciate
still,
that.
I mean, it's very impressive where you got to.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I know it sounds funny when I keep saying building a plane and flying it, but I've been running since January. I've been trying to relax a little bit because it's been a lot, but it's been a labor of love. And this is my alma mater too, so it feels really empowering to do this work here as well. You can ask 10 more. It's fine.
Please tell me your theory behind the faculty and staff, because right now, students wanted the faculty, especially in the STEM, see AI as just cheating. It's cheating.
Oh my God. Okay.
I do have some buy-in from the faculty of the humanities where they're using it as a part of their classroom assignment, but for the most part, faculty members see AI as a bad thing.
That's correct. I experienced that too. I'll answer this in two ways. I'm a very transparent leader. My question to faculty is, I thought cheating has been happening since the beginning of time. I don't know, not to be funny, but this is a reality. People who want to misuse anything will always do that. This is nothing different. I also think about my own childhood when the internet came and they said no online sources. You must go into the library. And here we are, 2025, and if we couldn't access a journal online, we might flip our lid. So what I'm trying to say is I recognize sometimes in academia, it's not a place of quick change. But I'm also not a person to easily give up. So I keep showing up to faculty senate. And also, it might help that I am a faculty member too. So just got my tenure and promotion as well. So thank you. So I'm always able to talk from the faculty perspective, but I think a lot of it is just that not knowing. This is why I'm saying come to the workshop, hear from the people who develop this technology so that you can be empowered. So the reason why I think the students, the number is not higher, is I think there's a couple things happening. How many faculty are in this room, by the way? How many of you all, keep your hands up, how many of you all are comfortable in the same space learning with your students? Are you still being honest? Okay, I saw some hands come down. I don't think faculty are there. It's kind of like your parents. You know how as we get older, we start showing our parents how to do stuff on the phone and all that? I think that makes some faculty uncomfortable. They don't want to be in the same learning space as their students, but I think that's not a growth mindset, and it's a missed opportunity. This generation uses technology in ways we hadn't even dreamed because we don't think the same. So generationally, I think it's a missed opportunity, and that's what I'm trying to work on. And I have some other programs I'm not going to share yet that are coming this fall, and they don't know it yet, but we all going to come together, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I got it figured out.
Thank you, Dr. Grady and Dr. Rawal, for your time.